If you don't understand the full process of really anything that you do, it can seem kind of overwhelming. My goal is to break down the home buying process from beginning to end so that you are well informed and you feel motivated and inspired that you can take this step to home ownership. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Danielle Ivery. I am a real estate agent here in the great state of Texas, servicing the DFW area. I help people buy, sell, and rent in Texas. Before we start, make sure you like and subscribe so you stay up to date with all the videos that I post, from information about buying, selling, living in Texas, and all the great things there are to do. Other than that, you guys, let's get started. I am a firm believer that knowledge is power. I feel like with any goal that you want to attain, whether it's losing weight, getting a degree, whatever, I feel like you should do some preliminary research on it. So my goal is I want to provide that research for you. If you are looking to buy a house, these are going to be the steps from beginning to end. I want to make them as simple and non-overwhelming as possible, that after this video, you feel empowered, you feel motivated, and you are ready to jump in. The very first step that I always recommend anybody to do is to get with a real estate agent. Us realtors are experts in the entire home buying process. So from start to finish, we have the resources, the know-how. We know what's normal, what's not in different scenarios. And our job is to bring you through from start to finish as seamless as possible and stress-free as possible. So don't try and take the first step without us. We want to hold your hand and help you through it and be that advocate for you. Once you get with your realtor in that specific initial consultation, they're going to ask you some qualifying questions, get an idea of where you're at currently, and connect you with a lender. The lender is going to go ahead and have you fill out a loan application. Once you are approved and they fill it out, then they're going to schedule a call and kind of go over all the money stuff with you. They're going to go over how much you're approved for, what you expect out of pocket, what your monthly payment is looking like, any programs that you qualify for, interest rates, all of that number scenarios. You're going to get that situated in the forefront. Just so when you're now home shopping, you're not going to really run into any financial shocks or anything like that. After you have your pre-approval letter and you got with the lender and you are aware of what your out-of-pocket, monthly payment, all that type of stuff is, then you're going to go ahead and get back with your real estate agent. Once you're back with your real estate agent, what they should be doing is kind of going over with you what you're about to expect, the process, and do a buyer needs analysis to get everything that you're looking for in a house, so that we can get ready for the next step, which is home shopping. But let me put a little pause, because before we kind of do from that consultation to home shopping, you're going to have to get a buyer representation agreement signed. No realtor can take you out unless there is a buyer representation agreement signed. So we're going to go ahead and get that signed, get that executed, and then we're going to start going home shopping. That's the super fun part. We shouldn't be viewing 1,000,000,001 homes. Why? Because the real estate agent was specific as to what you're looking for. So you're only viewing homes that fit your needs and wants and based on exactly what you're wanting in a home. So we're going home shopping until we find the home. All right, so we found the house. What you're going to do next, you're going to get back with your agent so we can strategize the right offer to get you the house, okay? When you submit an offer, the seller can always accept, decline, or counter the offer. So once we submit it, we're going to do all that. We're going to get under contract, and then we are going to start the due diligence period. The due diligence period is when we can go ahead and have an inspector come out and do a full inspection on the house. They're going to let you know everything that's going on with the house from minor to major. When we get that report, we're going to be able to request repairs that we would like to negotiate for the seller to fix before closing. We are going to go through that negotiation period until we can come to an agreement within the allotted time frame that's in the contract. The lender is going to put you through a form of underwriting now so that we can officially begin closing the loan to close on the home. When you were applying for a home loan, the lender was looking at your credit, your income, job history, all of that to make sure that, hey, yes, this person, I can get them up to a $400,000 house, 500, 600, whatever type of house, if they found it. So we found it. We're going back to the lender and saying, hey, all right, now let's get this money for closing time so we can purchase the house. So you're going to go through a form of underwriting and actually begin the closing. They may ask for different more documents, verifying different things and all of that. You're going to get a conditional approval, and the goal is to get a clear to close. while we are under contract, and you're doing that with the lender, where appraisal is going to get ordered. Appraiser is the one that actually determines the full value of the home. That has to be had for any loan purchase. An appraiser has to come out. We're going to ensure that the survey is good, or get a new survey. Title is going to make sure that the title on the home is clear. They're going to make sure there's no liens, anything like that. And they're going to begin transferring the title of the home from the seller to you. All of that's going to be done. The seller's going to be working on the repairs that they agreed that they would do and start packing. The agent is going to ensure that all of that simultaneously gets done and smooth, and there's no hiccups and all of that, to ensure you have a great closing time. So you're going to do all of that, mostly getting with the lender and getting whatever they need to get a clear to close. So we got the clear to close. That's when we really celebrate. They're going to start balancing all the numbers. We're going to go back to the house and ensure that the home is in the same condition that we viewed it. You're not taking it over with a new hole in the wall that wasn't there when we purchased the home. We're also going to make sure that the repairs that they agreed upon are done. We do all that. Everything is good. We're going to meet at the title company. You're going to sign a bunch of pieces of paper, and we are going to officially become that home owner. That is the home buying process explained in a nutshell. I wanted to make it as clear, quick, and non-overwhelming as possible. But the biggest thing is that whenever you start, get with a real estate agent that's going to be there every step of the way. If you have any questions or you ever want to connect, my information's below. Danielle Ivery and Danielle Joy Ivery on all social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and Danielle Ivery DFW Realtor on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.